Chapter 5. "Excuse me, Your Majesty," I said, and I curtsied as low as I could. "It's not King Percival's fault. It was me." I stopped to swallow hard. "You see, I suggested that Fairy Angora used magic on the merry-go-round. I'm truly sorry, but I had to stop." Fairy Angora was waving a wand at me. "It wasn't Princess Daisy's fault at all," she said. "It was mine." Harumph! King Percival made the loudest snorting noise. "Nothing of the kind. All my fault. Wanted to have a good day, do you know? Persuaded Fairy Angora to do me a favor. Had her making magic all yesterday, you see. Got her to turn my carriage ponies into merry-go-round ponies. Stupid, really. Should have known I messed up. Humble apologies, Your Majesty. But won't happen again." "I see." Queen Samantha Joy's voice was shaking so much I couldn't help staring at her. And now she seemed to be laughing. "Well, King Percival, I have to tell you that I usually find garden fairs a touch on the boring side. But I shall always remember this one." "But we didn't think it was funny," Diamond said, glaring. "That's right," Gorilla said. "We nearly drowned." Fairy Angora whispered something to Queen Samantha Joy. Our head teacher looked at Diamond, and she was suddenly very serious. "If I am correct, Princess Diamond, it was you that made Fairy Angora so angry she forgot to behave in a stupidly responsible manner. There is a coach waiting at the entrance to the garden, and I suggest you and your sister to go straight back to Silver Towers to think about your attitude. The rest of us will continue enjoying the fair. King Percival, do I hear your brass band? They must have arrived after all." Queen Samantha Joy tucked her arm into King Percival's and walked him away. She had almost disappeared into the crowd when she turned and called, "Fairy Angora, do see those poor girls don't catch their deaths of cold." Fairy Angora was standing staring at the lake, a puzzled look on her face. When she heard Queen Samantha Joy, she jumped. "Oh, you poor little darlings." She looked at her gem dresses. Oh, I remember now. You were going to come and see me yesterday about your dress. But I had to rush off and meet King Percival. Oh, I am so very, very sorry. What a terrible time you've had." She pulled her wand out of her bag and blew on the end of it. "Now, let me see. Can I get this right, do you think?" She twirled her wand in the air, and we gasped. Our dresses were totally amazing. It wasn't as if they'd been made from a pink and white apple blossom with shimmery pink petticoats. They were the most gorgeous dresses I'd ever seen, and we had glittery pink shoes to match. "Thank you," we shorn. "Thank you very much." Fairy Angora beamed. They have turned out well, haven't they?" she asked. "Now, if I could only work out what happened to those ponies." "Look!" It was Katie, and she was pointing at the lake. "There they are. They're trotting out the water. And they're not even wet." She rubbed her eyes. "But they're not silver anymore. They're real." "Of course they are," Fairy Angora said, sounding very relieved. "And I'm so pleased to see them. I couldn't think what I was going to say to King Percival if they're really gone for good. Now, are you going to help me catch them? Maybe you'd like to ride them across the Crystal Tower. It must almost be time for the flower petal ball." Of course, we were thrilled, and as we rode round the palace ground and up to the Crystal Tower, We felt like the most perfect princess in the whole wide world.